Friends, today we are going to discuss a question from exercise number 2.4. We are going to see how we can use some of our earlier learned concepts in solving this particular problem and what are the different things that we need to know and some new things that we are going to learn. So let's take a look at the question. Question number 3. If the zeros of the polynomial x cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 1 are a minus b, a and a plus b, find a and b. So we have been given a polynomial and we have been given its zeros, but we have been given them in a different form. We have been given the zeros as a minus b, a and a plus b, and from here we have to find a and b. So let's take a look at the solution. We are given with the polynomial here, which is p of x is equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 1. Now, comparing the given polynomial with the general expression we get. So what we're going to do is that we're going to compare this polynomial which has been given to us with the general expression of the polynomial, cubic polynomial, so that we will be able to find the coefficients, and after finding the coefficients we very well know the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients, and from there we will be able to find the value of a and b. So let's move on. So here we have the general expression, which is px cubed plus qx squared plus rx plus s equal to x cubed minus 3x squared plus x plus 1. So you might be wondering that why we do not have ax cubed plus bx squared plus cx plus d, because that is the expression that we have seen. Well, we have not considered it because, as you know, the zeros which are being given to us in the problem are a and b, are in the form of a and b, and if we consider a and b here also, it will become a tedious task for us to differentiate and we might get confused, and hence we have considered different variables here. So now, after comparing, we get the value of p as 1, q as minus of 3, r as 1 and s as 1. So you can see that the coefficient of x cube is 1, x square is minus 3 and so on. So now we have got the value of the coefficients. We are going to now take a look at the relationship between the coefficients and the zeros. So sum of the zeros is a minus b plus a plus b. So because these three are the zeros, and from here we get the sum as 3a, which is also equal to minus of q by p. So you remember that the sum is actually minus of the coefficient of x squared divided by the coefficient of x cube, and this is what we have done here. And now what we're going to do is that we're going to put in the value of q and p here to find the value of a. So putting the values of q and p, we get minus of 3 by 1 is equal to 3a, and this implies that a is equal to 1. So we have found the value of a from the relationship between the coefficients and the zeros, and in a similar manner we are also going to find the value of b. So let's move on. Thus the zeros are 1 minus b, 1 and 1 plus b. So we have just replaced the value of a in the original zeros that were given to us. So now what we are going to do is that we are going to take the product of the zeros, and when we do that we have 1 multiplied by 1 minus b multiplied by 1 plus b. So as you can see, you can apply the identity here. A minus b multiplied by a plus b is equal to a square minus b square, and you're going to get 1 minus b square. So as you can see, we have got 1 minus b square. You can also do simple multiplication, but the identity is going to speed up your work. And we also know that this is equal to minus of s divided by p, and hence we are going to put in the values of s and p to find the value of b. And when we do that, we get minus 1 divided by 1 is equal to 1 minus b square. And from here we get that b square is equal to 2, which implies b would be equal to root 2. So b would be equal to root 2, and now 1 minus root 2, 1, 1 plus root 2 are the zeros of the given cubic polynomial x cube minus 3x square plus x plus 1. So we have just solved this particular equation and we have got the value of b as root 2, and when we put it in the final expression that we already were given in the question, we have the 3 zeros of the given polynomial. So I hope that now you are able to understand how you had to solve this question and in what manner you had to approach it. And let's take a look at some tips and tricks which are going to help you in solving similar types of problems in future. So always use pen and paper to solve these problems. So as you know, these problems are involving a little bit of calculation and comparison between two polynomials. So it's best to use pen and paper and practice more and more. Secondly, check your calculations. It is very important that you check your calculations and do not mix up a minus sign or do not do the wrong calculation. So please do that. And read the question carefully. So sometimes people mistake that you have been given the zeros of the polynomial in the question. So please check the question and see what the question requires. And that's it for today. I hope that you guys had fun watching this video. Thank you so much for watching.